The next two games are so important for the Miami Dolphins. Even the NFL recognized it. What is up, Finn fans? Was not expecting to make a video today, besides the one I already made, where, talk about a deeper dive, and I talk about what Tua had to say about they're not taking this loss lightly and a lot. So if you haven't checked out earlier today's video, just pause this, go check out earlier today's video, then come back. I got a lot of information in that one. But yeah, so first we're going to talk about the fact that the Miami Dolphins have been flexed again. So not only are they playing Sunday night against the LA Chargers, but now they are playing Saturday night against the Buffalo Bills. Cool. Dolphins are getting recognized. These two games are getting recognized for how important they are for the Dolphins. Again, if the Dolphins win the next two games, they're literally in the driver's seat for the playoffs and for winning the division. Also, if the Dolphins beat the Chargers, Miami's chance of making the playoffs rise to 97%. So again, these next two games are incredibly important. Not only because, again, if they beat the Chargers, they have a pretty much a good chance of going to the playoffs, but if they beat Buffalo, they also have a very good chance of winning the division. That being said, right, it's nice. It's fantastic. We're getting, 3-4 primetime games this year. Season started, we only got two, the Thursday night and the Sunday night against the Steelers. Other than that, it's like, oh, okay, we got nothing else. Now all of a sudden we got another two on top of it. It's because the Dolphins are playing really, really well. 8-4, honestly, no one's really, giving us any crap except for some of our own fan base and obviously rival fan bases. But it does suck a little bit because, first off, it's going to be cold at nighttime in Buffalo, and it sucks. It's a shorter week. So they literally are going to fly home Monday, maybe even Sunday night. They might play the game and then fly home Sunday night, and then they have to fly to Buffalo for an early game. Well, it's not early. It's Saturday night. So that kind of helps them a little bit. But it's a short week, and it's a lot of traveling. So this is the test. These next 2 weeks are the test for the Miami Dolphins. Are they a playoff team? Are they a Super Bowl contender like so many people are saying? They're putting them up there. If you've seen graphics, I've retweeted them, everything. Putting them up there as Super Bowl contenders. Super Bowl, because of how well we were playing. We were 8-3. This will show if they are. If they're contenders or pretenders, right? These next two games are going to be tough, but if they win it, it's going to shut a lot of people up. A lot of people, especially that Buffalo game. That Buffalo game is going to be a hard one. So that's the one news. Miami Dolphins get flexed again. The other news, Miami Dolphins made a move. And they signed tackle Eric Fisher and placed offensive lineman Austin Jackson on injured reserve. Austin Jackson's done for the year. I don't see him coming back, especially with Brandon Shell doing very well last week. He got a very high PFF grade. The offensive line in whole this past Sunday did very well, gave Tua enough time. He got sacked, I think, 2 or 3 times. I think it was 3 or 4 times, but twice by Bosa. And the offensive line did better than I thought it would, especially with Little at left tackle. That really did worry me, but actually did pretty well. This might be, and again, I normally give rookies about 3 years. This might be it for Austin Jackson, to be honest with you, especially with them bringing in Eric Fisher. I'm going to talk about Eric Fisher in a second. I'm just really quickly want to delve into Austin Jackson. He came out, right? I'll probably say he was rusty against the Texans, but he looked horrible against the Texans. Absolutely horrible at right tackle. We're lucky that we won that game, and we're lucky we got out of that game because we went into halftime at such a huge lead, but he played horrible. Brandon Shell is killing it at right tackle. He's the Dolphins' right tackle for the rest of the year. That might be it for Austin Jackson. They might move on from him. He's not worth it, which means, they're in the need of another tackle. It seems like the interior of the offensive line is good with Hunt, Williams, and even Jones is playing really good at left guard. It's now the tackles, right? Armstead, can he stay healthy? Obviously, he's shown he can't, and we need a right tackle. But if Shell can continue to play really well, we might already have a right tackle, and it's kind of drafting a left tackle to replace Armstead when his contract's up. So it's going to be very interesting where we go from there. But again, Austin Jackson, I think he's done with the Dolphins. Fortunately, he's gotten a lot of opportunities. He's gotten 3 years, and it's not working out for him. Talking about Eric Fisher now. The Dolphins bring in Eric Fisher. He's a vet. He's a former first-round pick. We'll look at his PFF. Minimize myself. We'll look at his PFF and kind of talk about him a little bit. Move me over. So this was him last year. He was with the Colts last year. He didn't do too great. He did nice in run blocking. Played mostly at left tackle. So it kind of seems like that's where the position he's going to be playing is left tackle. Being that, again, Brandon Shell did really well at right tackle. Gave up 7 sacks, 8 penalties, 11 hits allowed. He didn't do well last year. But if you look at 2020, he did very well in 2020. Overall grade of an 80. 76.1 pass blocking. Run blocking, 72.7. 3 penalties, 3 sacks allowed, 8 hits, much better. And again, most of his snaps are at left tackle. We go to 2019, down year there. Again, most snaps at left tackle, less sacks allowed. 2018, back up. So it's kind of like he has an up and down year. Down in 2017, up into he's a roller coaster. So that means if he had a down year last year, if he comes in for us this year, he's probably gonna have a good year. Probably gonna have a really good year. But I wanted the Dolphins to go out and get him. 6'7", 315 pounds. He was drafted in 2013, a first overall pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. He's up there in age. A 9-year vet. He's a vet though. So again, I think this is collateral for Teron Armstead. I think they kind of have more of an idea of Teron Armstead and that pec injury and how long he's possibly going to be out. So I like this move. I kind of wanted them to make this move and put him at right tackle at some point because I wasn't feeling comfortable with Austin Jackson and also have him compete with Austin Jackson. But I like this move. Again, it's probably a vet minimum. It's a 1-year contract. But he's a viable, good left tackle to come in. God forbid Greg Little starts to poop the bed. Or maybe even they're coming in because they don't trust Greg Little at left tackle. Now you put Eric Fisher at left tackle. You got Shell at right tackle. All of a sudden you kind of feel a little bit better about the offensive line, and maybe Tua gets out of his head a little bit and plays ball like we're used to him playing. But yeah, that's the news for today. Big news, right? I like the Eric Fisher move. Shows that the Dolphins are recognizing some of the help they need, recognizing that they're 8-4 and their season relies on the offense because the defense is struggling in certain aspects of their game. So I like that they're going out, making the moves, getting Bradley Chubb, my brain just shut off there, going out, getting Jeff Wilson. Now they're going out, getting Eric Fisher. They're realizing, all right, we need help here, we need help here, we need help here. We're in a win now move. We're not in a build for the future. Let's, it's a good thing we back-to-back winning seasons that equated to nothing, but we can build off of it. No, you need to win. And then 2 primetime games. It just sucks that it's on short weeks. I wish it was Sunday and Sunday. Then it would feel even better. But this is the test. This is the test, right? This 49er game, a lot of people are just harping on this 49er game, and Tua sucks. We got to move on from Tua, this and that. One bad game. I gave you guys the stats in today's video. Go watch today's video. Josh Allen against the Jets. Horrible. 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Horrible. Patrick Mahomes, he had a horrible game this year. Joe Burrow against the Steelers week 1, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Like, bad games happen. It's about how you bounce back. This is where Tua has to show he can bounce back against these next 2 teams. Show that you brushed off the jitters, and especially in Buffalo. If Tua plays lights out in Buffalo like he did the past 3 weeks and the Dolphins win, then all of a sudden everyone can shut up. Oh, he can't play in the cold. Well, he did, and he won. Oh, can he do this? Yeah, and we swept Buffalo. And now we're in the driver's seat to win the AFC East. Big, pivotal next 2 games. It's going to be crazy town, and then the game after that is home Christmas Day against the Packers, another big one, and then ended it with 2 AFC East rivals. Down the stretch, boys, we got 5 games left, 8-4. Very happy to be 8-4. I wish we were 9-3, but I'm very happy to be 8-4 with 5 games left. You have a lot of control, the Dolphins do. Just got to win. You don't got to sit back and hope for other things to happen. You beat the Chargers, you got the tiebreaker on the Chargers. You beat the Patriots again, you got the tiebreaker on the Patriots again. You beat the Jets, you got the tiebreaker on the Jets again. You win those 3 games and lose to the Bills and lose to the Packers, you're in the playoffs. You need to win 3 of the next 5 games and you're in the playoffs. Minimum wild card. Just got to win 3 of the next 5. Very, very pivotal. But I wanted to come on, make a quick video, talk about Eric Fisher move, talk about the 2 primetime games. I will see you guys tomorrow in the film breakdown. But like usual, guys, stay classy and fins up.